Hello everyone and welcome to the first week of EGFC Season 1. Throughout the season, we'll have a very unique crew battle format. Each player, or each team even, will have 5 players and work their way through 5 best of 3s. Each individual match will earn their team 2 points towards their team score, and each player earns an additional 1 point per stock remaining when they win each round. At the end of the match, the team with the most points overall will win. And if anybody's unfamiliar with that system, it is a bit of an odd one, but it's worked out for us. And of course, going over the games tonight, we have Siena College playing against Canisius College, which should be an absolutely phenomenal game. Followed up by St. Peter's University versus Manhattan College. Then we'll be closing it off with, I believe, Niagara versus Quinnipiac, but I could be incorrect on that. There's a couple things going on at the moment, so I will keep you up to date on those games later on. I, of course, am Kevin Navik Dignan, and I today am joined by the wonderful, the absolutely phenomenal Upmind. How are you doing today, Upmind?
We have last season's grand finalist, Siena. I mean, they won it out. There were a couple of memes flying, you know what I mean? The quote unquote sweep, but I really do feel like, of course, with a period of practice, with a period of rest, Canisius College, they could certainly pull one out here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm looking forward to this. I know for a fact both of these teams are hungry, right? Siena does not want to lose what they won earlier, and second of all, one, they won the Invitational, and second of all, Canisius is hungering for that victory, right? They want to prove that they can beat the Invitational champions. And we are getting into the game already, ladies and gentlemen. I am excited. Upmind, I know you're excited. I know you enjoy casting some Smash Brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, on the left we have Siena College, and on the right we have Canisius. We have Siena College's Aiden playing Me Swordfighter, playing against Joe S on Joker.
All right, so this is not a very orthodox matchup, to say the least. Not something that you see usually at a, I keep mentioning national stage, but this is, again, more of a showcase here for these teams to kind of make their way forward in the season early, because, again, you mentioned earlier to me before the broadcast, there are teams like RIT coming into this season who haven't, participated before, who have legitimate chances of taking this entire season away. But look at that. Immediately off the bat, you get yourself Aiden with a slick up B to finish off the combo and a quick kill onto Joe S.
Yeah, so the thing about Aiden is he has played Me Swordfighter as a main. I think this is the only character we've seen him play consistently, and it's always the same variation except for the down B. He either has the counter or the shine. And that kind of throws his opponent off, and he seems to adjust depending on the matchup. Because it's double blind, even if he picks Me Swordfighter, he could switch up the overall set of the Me Swordfighter. And coming out there, that's going to be 2-2. And these individual stocks do matter because they count into the overall points so much that each stock from either team that's being lost here is a way for their opponent to catch up later on.
Right, so every stock is valuable. And in that sense, this is like a regular crew battle. Every stock, is very valuable for your team. But at the moment, we saw Aiden quickly, within a minute, not only take a stock, but also get some huge traction on this last one too. But Joe S slowly finding himself a pretty good playstyle at the moment. A little bit more hit and run in a sense.
Yeah, oh, and Arsene coming out, but oh my goodness, the up B there is going to hit. I'm going to be honest with you, Upmind, I have absolutely no idea what Me Swordfighter's recovery is called.
I mean, me neither. At this point, Me Swordfighter is just, one of the characters that I just haven't had any experience watching. If anything, maybe Brawler. We've seen a couple of Brawlers in the local and national stage. Gunner too, recently, especially with the the whole Sands thing.
And now with Cuphead as well, we're starting to see a bit of a resurgence.
I can't believe that's a thing. We're living in we're living in quite the dimension in terms of Smash, but Aiden at the moment going huge, a 2-stock victory for him. That already puts his team ahead by quite a bit.
Yeah, that's 2 stocks already up for Sienna overall. So again, it's not a massive thing, right? But if we were to think about the next game, if Aiden manages to get another 2 stock out of this, then he'd suddenly get 4 points because he'd win the best of 3, so he'd get an additional 2 points, which puts his team up 6 points. So then the next players would, from Canisius would have to try and recover that and then take advantage. So getting an early lead is definitely a good point here. And we're going to go back into pick and bans, of course, with Sienna winning that game. So they're going to ban 2 maps out of our selection. And then we will be seeing what Canisius ends up picking. Mind, what do you think? What do you think Joker takes a me sword fighter?
That's a difficult question because I personally don't know the character in terms of sword fighter, but for Joker, and we actually see our bans. We have Smashville and Town being banned. At this point, just a simple battlefield would be good. We didn't see much of a showcase in terms of the drag downs, and realistically, Aiden wasn't giving him any opportunities for him, really choking him out the entire game. So Joe S at this point really needs to take advantage of really, I guess, just micromanaging things in neutral because he's trying to get in with Ahad. We saw that near the last stock, but even then, you saw lots of adaptations from Aiden. He's trying to get in, using his projectiles the entire time, pressuring with uppy even at the ledge. So as a Joker, this is just super tough. I don't know if Joe S has a counter pick or anything of the sort, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, no. And again, Joe S might just stay on to the Joker. I do believe we've seen him switch to Fire Emblem Swordies. I think he's played Marth. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but that's usually when it gets to the 3rd game. So that could be interesting to see if he does switch it up. It seems like they are kind of having a consideration where they're going to end up going. They have picked Yoshi's Brawl. We were having a bit of conversation about the Yoshi's map earlier. But we're already seeing Yoshi's Brawl, Yoshi's Island coming out now.
Indeed we are. And okay, this is what I mentioned earlier. Potentially a counter pick. And this is a super, super strong counter pick. Falco, lots of ranged opportunities. And, kind of the same dynamic with Sword Fighter, where you can essentially just choke out your opponent in terms of pressure. But let's see how Joe can actually take this one over, because Aiden, again, continuously pressuring him on the ledge already. And I'm not even going to say that's a gimp. That's a straight up SD, drifting a little bit too far left from the stage. And that's tragic already. I mean, stock gone within 10%.
Unless you're Aiden, right? If you're feeling Aiden, you're like, wow, I was on 3.7% and found a stock already. Awesome.
Hey, we take those.
Yeah, like we take those 100%. And that's the other thing is, I don't think it's any secret, right? That pretty much all of the Star Fox characters are gimpable. Their recovery is good, but it's not like the most amazing recovery in the world. So, coming out, again, keeping that edge. Is going to be able to get back onto it here. Falcon getting hit by the tornado into the up. He doesn't get the last hit, though. The strong does not connect. Oh, okay. Shine coming out, reflecting that chakram is just going to do it. Aiden can't be pushing the chakram button because it can just get shined.
The down smash button, early up B is going to cover the gimp. And another up B, and it's going to send that Falco away. And this is a 2-stock lead already. We're within 1:30 into the game. And at this point, Joe having a lot of difficulty trying to get back into this one. Every time I see him go off stage, it's already intense, because it's rare that you see a sword fighter be so aggressive off stage. But I can reference a player known as iTheta, who has beaten the likes of Myron with sword fighter. Lots of gimps being used, lots of pressure with the projectiles. And we're seeing more or less that same play style from Sienna's own Aiden here.
Yeah, we had a connection issue here up mine, so Nintendo doesn't let us reconnect, so you're going to be on casting for a little bit here. Give us the play-by-play. Yeah, 100%.
Oh man, okay, you didn't miss much. You missed a little bit of a gimp. The very last hit of downer ended up hitting, and the Falco was too far away from up being. So believe it or not, Sienna College starts off with a 5-stock lead. That's right, a 3-stock for Aiden over Joe S to start it off.
That's going to put them up to 7 points total going into game number 2. I do apologize once again, ladies and gentlemen, for us not catching the end there. We had a disconnection issue. And as I said, Nintendo does not have a reconnect feature, even if you're in the lobby. So it's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. But coming up, we have Nick from Siena College playing against Brett from Canisius. I mean, overall, I think this is a really strong start from Siena, right? Being able to get 7 points up is huge, because the maximum you can get per game is 8, because that'd be 3 stock, and then you get 2 points. So they're 1 point back from the maximum that they could have gotten to start off. So it's almost the perfect start.
No, absolutely. That is almost literally the best start that you can get, other than, of course, a 6 stock. But you know, maybe Siena College might be already pulling out their Joker card a little bit too early on, because again, in these crew battles, you don't exactly want to be pulling out your best player right off of the beginning. And to see their captain come up front and center, again, that's a lot of great momentum and confidence for your squad, to say the very least. But Canisius might be hiding a secret weapon in their lineup. We're just going to have to find out, as again, we're moving on to game 2 between Nick and Brett. Nick from Siena and Brett from Canisius.
Yeah, and I think this is one of those games. I'm trying to find the Invitational Series, because I believe these two players played against each other in the finals, if I do recall. So I think Nick won that overall. I think it went to round 3. Just my memory is not doing me great today, I'm going to be honest. But no, yeah, with that, if that is the case, once I find out those statistics, I will be happy to have it. Oh, but we will be getting into game number 2 very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen.
And still waiting for picks. Do we have...
We're seeing picks and bans. Battlefield got banned. And then we saw Final Destination Town getting banned. And we're going to Smashville.
Okay. Again, I don't exactly know which characters we're going to see, so... It's you could consider it double blind, but it's also triple blind, because we don't know either.
Yeah, well, they could change, because it's double blind again. It is one of those things, and these players could literally play anyone. We can make an educated guess from seeing who they played before, right? But people have pocket picks, people practice in between seasons, they change it up. So going in it with a fresh mind overall, I think is probably a good idea. But I think it's safe to say that we will be seeing a Pikachu and at some point a Pac-Man being played this season, or this series.
Which players, by the way?
Casey, the captain of Canisius, is a absolutely phenomenal Pikachu main, and is pretty much all he played. I don't actually think we played I think we saw him play a single other character, and that was a little bit of BM. But we are getting into the game, and we are seeing Shulk versus Kromm. What do you think about this matchup overall?
This one is going to be tough for Kromm, because just the Gimp ability here on Shulk is going to be, pretty overwhelming. And again, the whole goal of Kromm is to try to get up close and personal, and Shulk is just not a character to do so. So many wide swinging moves, literally just swinging for the fence at all times. So sick movement has to be had, to say the very least, for Brett, because again, Nick can essentially just just fair the entire time, nair the entire time, and Brett just can't touch him.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing, right? Is the onus is 100% on Brett to try and get up in close and deal the damage, and he's managing to do it. He is starting to build up a bit of a lead against Nick here. He just needs to find those options. On the side of Nick, like you said, he can just fair and nair as much as he wants, just hits like Monado Smash and pokes them out as much as he can. A good use of the up B there. Catch him out on the edge guard. Looking to follow it up. Does get the up air here. Going to land onto the plant. Good shield choice here. Looking for that fair, like you were saying. Opportunity comes out here. Shield blocks the recovery.
Ooh!
Good forward smash.
Absolutely. And this is more or less the most optimal playstyle for this, because Brett, he's the one doing the bait and punishment. He's the one setting the tempo at the moment. Because again, Nick, as Shulk, he could be the one pressuring, he could be the one running in. But if Brett, just chills out a little bit, holds a little bit of advantage in terms of stage. Nick has to come in, and we, ooh, that's a good counter. You know, we saw the air dodge punishes early on from Brett, and that's exactly what he just needs to do. Just wait up for an attack for Nick, and again, just lots of shield pressure from both sides at the moment, and finally, that cursed smash Monado coming out, and a forward throw in the middle of the stage, almost killing.
Yeah,
and that's already going to do it.
We're going to see that stock coming out there. I mean, and that's the other thing. Right now, we're up to 2 stocks apiece. And we are seeing, like you said, you thought it was going to be harder here for Kromm to find it. Looking for the counter, played it a bit too slow there. Good shield option, though. Looks for another option select out of there. But we do actually see an adjustment coming out from Nick, not getting hit with it twice. Good counter. All right, up into the up tilt. Again, at this point, I think if you're Nick, you're a little bit concerned, right? You kind of need to start playing it. You need to start Monadoing a bit more as well. Like, using speed here to try and get in close and kind of play it and throw out those nairs. Can't be throwing out raw smashes like that.
Ooh, opportunity, but oh, that Kromm uppy, it's so scary to counter. You know, if you're playing against the character that can counter period, and of course most of the Fire Emblem characters can do so, you know, it should be scary, but here we're seeing Shulk, one of the slowest counters in the game. So, you know, for Shulk's counter to actually hit there, he would actually have to, you know, try to catch it on the way up, which again is difficult because we're seeing Brett at the moment, you know, really spreading on his upbeats. Oh, even mixing it up with a air dodge. And again, more pressure over to neutral as both are at high percents. And that's what we like to call a jab into back air. And that's the stock.
Yeah, and that is once again going to be a lead coming out here for Canisius. For the first time this time around, right? If he can find the 2 stock, this is going to be a great point for them to be in. They are, of course, 7 points down overall. But being able to slowly recover it there, as I'm saying it, Caster's Curse coming out. We do see Nick starting to put in the effort right now. He might try and gimp right now.
Yeah, there it is again. That counter missing because it hits on its way down. And again, now, you know, there really isn't a single player in the driver's seat because, again, early on, we saw Brett in a pretty good lead, and now we see almost the opposite. And Nick at the moment, one big thing with Kromm is that he really needs to take advantage of just the space in general, of just the air. And that's Caster's Curse on me. I was about to say, he really needs to get his aerials in. He really needs to start stringing those. And immediately, he gets a back air and just gimps Nick. And before Nick can pull out the jump Monado, that's just the kill. Brett wins it by 1 stock.
Yeah, bringing Canisius up 1 point closer. Only a 6 total net difference here, which is a good spot for them to be in, because now if we see a 3 stock coming out, they'd be only 1 point down overall. So they definitely can't recover this game, like this round overall, but they can definitely lessen the wound and work on taking over next game, going into game 3.
Again, so we're just waiting.
Yeah, no, but I was gonna say, do we what do we think here, right? So we saw the Kromm win, which is definitely an upset by your standards, right? Thinking that you know, we should, yeah, 100%. And so now we're seeing Lila and Kalos being banned, and I'm curious to see where Shulk takes Kromm, or if we see a character switch. I don't think a character switch is the right option because, like you said, I feel like it's a play adjustment that needs to happen from Sienna's Nick, and not a character switch overall.
I mean, he was doing fine, honestly. He was getting a lot of trades. And it looks like, again, we're going to be going to Smashville. And I was about to say, for Shulk at least, he was having, you know, at least on the last stock where he got gimped, he was having a little bit of trouble taking advantage of the offstage. So if anything, he would want something a little bit more linear. So Pokemon Stadium 2 wouldn't be a bad idea. Same thing with Kalos wouldn't be a bad idea. But again, we're going to be seeing that Smashville pick again. And again, with the stage like Smashville, what I wanted to see a lot more was, you know, just the fact that Shulk has such a huge sword. So that up tilt essentially covers the entire middle platform, and we just weren't seeing those opportunities for him. And we're actually going to see the Shulk one more time here. against the Kromm. So again, lots of micro adjustments to look for in this second game. Because again, you don't exactly want to start off, with that 7-0 and just immediately go down. So Brett's just trying to bring it back for Canisius. Nick trying to keep up the momentum for his squad.
Yep, and we are seeing, again, good pressure coming out from Nick already, though. We saw last game that actually Brett managed to take the lead, and he's doing it once again here. Really good aerial spacing, committing to him as well. And now, just trying to gimp it, like, he's literally just playing the edge guard game, trying to play it patiently, not give Nick the space to do what Shulk wants to do, which is just use his fairs and nairs, and with, like, Monado's speed, and zone you out as much as he can with his longer reach, because I don't think it's arguable that, but Shulk has the much further side, and oh no, the SD!
I don't even know what happened there.
I think, so what I think happened there was Nick was trying to drop and then immediately up special to try and catch Brett out and punish him for it to let him get back onto the stage, right? Because if Brett thought he was going to jump onto the stage and then he dropped and went for the hit with the longer disjointed hitbox, that would have connected.
Might have been a misinput on the air dodge too, because we saw him air dodge, neutral air dodge.
Yeah, which definitely didn't help him in that situation there. Using jump, I mean, jump is pretty much, if you got jump Monado up, you are getting back onto that stage.
No, absolutely. And there you go. Another opportunity for him, but I might have to eat my words at this point. Brett is just being so... Oh my god, there's another ST. Brett has been, super, super patient. We see him waiting the entire time for Nick. And all Brett is doing is just literally standing there sometimes. You know that SpongeBob meme? He's just standing there, menacingly. Yeah. It's all he's doing. He's just holding shield and waiting.
Well, that's all he needs to do,
and it's working.
Because if he option selects out of shield, and we're not seeing Nick go for those aggressive grabs to punish him for using shield so much, he's just going to keep doing it. There we go. Speaking of the grabs, we see it. Releasing shield a bit too early there. Got punished by the forward air. We're in a situation here where I feel like pretty much anything hitting Shulk there will kill, but it actually doesn't. Good DI coming out.
And I was a little bit far away too, so again, Nick gonna stay alive and going deep. That's gonna be the kill, finally. It just seemed as if Nick was scared of the offstage, but as a character like Shulk, in a matchup against Kromm, you need to be ballsy off stage, and we finally see that side of Shulk from Nick.
Yeah, and I think that's it, right? They're both going to go down to one stock again. So the fact of the matter is, even if Brett takes the win here and earns his team another 3 points, they're still down 3 points overall. Which, again, if we go to game 3 next game, and one of those games is like a 3 stock for Sienna, they'll still manage to be carrying the lead.
Right. Oh, we're seeing more or less Brett's strategy here with Nick is, again, Brett's the one waiting now.
Yes, switching it up. All right,
no.
Nick now getting punished. Good pressure coming out from Brett.
Oh, no, not a raw F smash like that. He barely gets punished, but you can't be doing stuff like that. Shield pressure all over the place from both players. Brett back in neutral, pressuring with the side B. Again, there's that up tilt covering that platform. Like I mentioned. And now Smash Monado super ready to kill. And it's the weak hit. He's still alive. On his way down the counter hits.
Again, pressure coming out. This is a good opportunity here. The counter comes out. It connects. Can he DI it? He can. He can. He has the recovery to come up. It happens again. He's not going to... Oh my god, is he going to... Is strike 3 you're out? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! You're kidding me! Brett takes the victory in game number 2 for Canisius with an absolutely phenomenal read.
He forgot about rule 1 of playing against Kromm. DI away from the up B. That's all you have to do.
Oh my goodness! What a play! That's gonna put Canisius there up to 4 points. They're only 3 points behind Sienna now overall.
You hate to see it, but if you're a fan of Canisius, you'll love to see it. They steal one away from Sienna College. And, I mean, that's pretty good for confidence if I do say so myself, but again, Canisius, they still have a lot of road to cover. They're still 3 points behind, but man, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, I think both of you and I were just sitting there like, okay, well, he's got him in a lock now, right? Because every time he just counters, knocks him away. And then just one tiny mistake, and out of nowhere, it was like Shulk ended up in a blender. He was just there, and then he was gone. Oh, dear. I did not see that one coming. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I thought those counters would do it. I didn't actually expect, Shulk's counter to be as weak as it was. But that simply was the case. And also another curious thing that I was thinking of, how didn't that last counter hit? Was it just frame perfect after it was over? I would love to see a replay.
It must have been. Well, you have the VOD to look at, and you can look at it at quarter speed after. We can. I'll make sure to highlight it and tweet it out to you after the stream.
Right, we can admire what happened.
That was one of those plays where you're just like, did that just happen? Like, did we just witness that? Oof.
All right, we get a moment to breathe as we do transition over to game 3.
We have team captain for Sienna, Mike, playing against Canisius' Joe A. So here's a funny story about Canisius. They have a Joe S and a Joe A, right? And Joe S and Joe A both played throughout the seasons, but on the final, Joe played. I still to this day have no idea if it was Joe A or Joe S. They just put him down as Joe. And they had a substitute. So one of the Joes was missing. I think it was Joe S, but it might have been. I'm pretty sure Joe A played and Joe S was the one missing. So don't. But I could be wrong in general. And I was like, hey Casey, which Joe played? And he was like, Joe played, and I'm like, thanks Casey. Really appreciate that one.
They really could have just schmixed us and just put down Joe M.
Yeah, just really mixed it up. Just throw in a third Joe. Oh, we are waiting on picks and bans, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this has been fun so far. I mean, now Canisius are quite easily, if they win this, they will overtake in points. And overall, it brings it in to game 4 and 5 really starting to matter. I've just gotten news that the 2 last games that were scheduled, the RIT versus Maris and the Niagara oh, excuse me.
No, it's tough. It's tough. You can go for it.
The Niagara versus Quinnipiac were both forfeited. So Niagara took the win and Maris took the win. So those two. So we're only having 2 matches tonight.
Let's see. Okay.
Ooh. So coming out there. We are still waiting for picks and bans to happen, but it's good to know what's happening with those games overall. We're going to final destination decided by Canisius.
I see. Again, like I mentioned before, it's that double blind, triple blind type thing where we have no idea what's about to come up, and this is a good matchup. This is going to be entertaining.
Yeah,
Wolf versus Robin. I like this.
Who'd you give it to? Who'd you give it to?
I can't tell you because again, Wolf is a very rushdown type character. Good mix up also with the projectiles, but also Robin. It depends on this player's play style because if they're really patient, if they really depend on punishes, this would be more optimal. But it's things like these. It's the cool ladder combos that more technical Robins would be able to harness more. That would just essentially take this matchup away. Yeah. But I'm looking for some schmovement from both sides to say the very least.
Which is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we had another connection issue. However, we're running a backup stream this time around, so we can see what's going on, but audio is missing. So you're going to have to bear with us for this game. But of course, we have once again Sienna's team captain, Mike, over here on Wolf. I mean, it's one of those games where if Robin gets to play the game Robin wants to play and zone it out and like just get away with the spells, manage to use your resources up, Robin's going to win it 100% of the time, right? But as soon as Wolf gets in, and Wolf Shine, of course, being an absolutely huge thing, it's very difficult to play around that.
Ooh, the read on the up smash. A huge lead from Joe A. Just gets demolished. Great stuff from Mike.
And now, once again, being able to find a stock here, Sienna wants to win this, right? Especially with Mike being their team captain. I've said this time and time again. In theory, your team captain should always be your strongest player, right? Not always the case, but it's a safe presumption to make that people assign you as team captain because you are such a good player, or you just work really well in a team environment. And so we've seen Mike make these fantastic 3 stocks before, and he's definitely not a player to joke about with, especially on Wolf. And I believe he also plays Pokemon Trainer.
I gotcha.
So we might see Pokemon Trainer going into game 2.
Pokemon Trainer would be optimal.
Yes.
Here.
But of course, Mike didn't know who he was going up against, right? So he didn't know he was playing against Robin main. So I think he thought, right, well, we've seen, like, what? Swordy last time. We know Canisius has a lot of Swordy style characters. That was a good Nosferatu coming out there, managing to get some percentage back. I mean, this is it, right? You see the up smash coming out from Wolf, trying to punish him. Not quite making it, though. And good pressure coming out. Good shield pressure overall.
Absolutely. And again, that early stuff that we were seeing from the Robin, this is where, you know, FD starts coming into play. We're now Joe with a character who doesn't exactly, you know, excel at landing too easily. You know, already is having a lot of trouble because Mike, like a homing missile, not letting him, you know, let his feet touch the ground.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing, right? Is if you let Robin kind of zone you out in Final Destination, you're not finding an entry point. So you've just got to apply pressure. Coming out. All right. Is this an opportunity here? Mike's looking to put on the pressure, find that last stock. He is going to be taken down to 1 stock, though. So there's only a 1-point gain coming into round number 1.
Ooh, Nosferatu, it gets denied with an F-tilt and the reflected arc fire. But again, more pressure coming from Joe as he tries to make this comeback. The arc fire mid-air and using the Levin sword to extend the damage.
Yeah, it's working out from here. Good pressure. Again, though, with that up smash, it's such a good move. It hits both sides. It's got a really good hitbox overall. It's not got that too much, not got that much lag either on frame sides.
So the jabs there, both players. Down to last stock and a Nosferatu out of nowhere. Just out of shield, essentially. And now I mean, not even down to even. Joe A has taken the lead. And here comes Mike trying to make his way back. He gets denied. And the Nair is going to take it. Joe A. Great mental fortitude near the end to just at least try to maintain a lead. And then that huge percent comeback on the last.
Yeah, I mean, that managed there was very, very good. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hop to a very quick break as we remake the lobby, and hopefully that should resolve the technical issue that we were having. So we'll be back with you momentarily. ladies and gentlemen, we're back after that short technical break, and we are getting into it. And we have the Mr. Game & Watch himself coming out from Mr. Mike.
I love this. I love this pick. Not because I'm a fan of Game & Watch, because you know, personally, I do like a little bit of Meister. Trust me, I've been following this guy for probably like 2 years now. But this is the perfect counter pick for Robin because there are so many dumb projectiles that if you have a little bit of movement with the Game & Watch, you can take total advantage. But you see here at the moment, you see. Oh, we have a little bit of problem. We're good?
Yeah,
we're good?
Yeah, we are absolutely phenomenal. Again, we got another connection issue today.
Oh, no.
Nintendo is not wanting to work with us.
All of the companies, but yes, let me just go off again. So Game & Watch is a really good counter pick for this, but you see here that Joe A essentially has the perfect counter pick style for this, waiting out the entire time on Game & Watch's landing, which he actually doesn't have a great time doing, catching up with the projectiles, catching up with the 11 sword. But again, I want to see Mike using that bucket a lot more now because we actually see a full bucket on him. So this is a free kill at about maybe 40, 50% if he could just take away the stock.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, good pressure in general coming out from Mike's Game & Watch. Again, overall, okay. And pressure coming out the fire. The thing is, the bombs could come out here and a lot of pressure could come out, but if you see any of the Levy Blade like attack in general and connect, that's going to send Game & Watch flying because Game & Watch is such a light character. And good pressure coming out here. I feel like if he hit a Thunder, it might actually have found the stock there. That's going to do it though. 3 stocks up already.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. This should be a better matchup for the Game & Watch, but he just can't finish off this one stock. I swear to you, he takes away this first stock. He has his bucket ready and raring to go. And not to hype it up or anything, because at this point, with the momentum that Joe A has on his back, he could just take this all the way for a W. But let's see what happens, though. Arcfire covering the shield. Thunder being charged, the down smash killing.
Yeah, I mean, and that manages to find a stock, right, on... Yeah, so Mike, oh my goodness, it happened again. Again, you can roll from the stage there. You have the iframes, but if he times it right, that's going to hit right behind him. All right, now forward air. The bomb's coming out from Game & Watch. Good pressure overall coming out from Mike. Like, he's trying to find the options. And when he is getting them, he's being able to give himself some room, make some space, getting the good reads with the back air overall, looking for the hammer. Hits a 2, but whiffs. Oh, the connection happens. That's going to be 2 points going towards Canisius.
Yeah, there you go. Just the pressure the entire time. I mentioned that Game & Watch does have a little bit of a struggle in terms of landing. So you see that in full form as Mike, the captain of Siena College, goes down in a 2-0 fashion. So let's see here. That was a 2 stock for Joe.
Yeah.
So,
man, these connections have not been working out to us today, ladies and gentlemen. I am very sorry. I believe the score should be 7-9 now, right? To Canisius.
Checking here. So, I see our spreadsheet that we are using for our quick maths is kind of messed up. So let me fix that up. So yes, it is 7-9 to Siena College. Oh no, I'm sorry, to Canisius. I apologize.
Yes. Okay. So that is
Aiden being the only person on the team with the points.
Yeah, he managed to get that 7 really, really early. So overall, good point total coming up here for Canisius, managing to take the lead for the first time this series.
Yeah, so at this point we have 2 games left, and I again, you've watched these 2 teams play, so I don't exactly know who our last 4 players is. So give me kind of a rundown of our next matchup for me.
So up right now, we have Andrew, also known as Riot Rose, playing against Rory. Andrew has played really, really well throughout the season. He plays sorties overall. If I remember... Oh, there's so many players that trying to keep track of sometimes, you know, you just completely lose track. Rory is a heavy player. Last time I think we saw him play Bowser. And I think there might have been a Donkey Kong as well.
I see. A DK.
Yeah, a DK.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
He's finally back to kick some tail.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, yes.
You know the words? You can sing along too?
Oh, my God. I mean, if you really want to, you can put your hands together.
Oh my goodness!
If you do want to clap.
Well, before we get cease and desisted, let's have a look at our picks and bans coming out here from these team captains. So we did see Sienna winning the coin flip, so they're gonna get the first pick coming into this next set of games.
Ooh. We're still getting picks in, so we are still winning.
Like banning Smashville.
Yeah, these are totally blind, so we don't exactly know.
Hopefully here we don't have another connection issue. Are they getting ready to play here? Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I think that's the last thing anybody wants. Alright, we're gonna sort out something, ladies and gentlemen, in case we get a connection issue. So we'll be back again momentarily here, and we'll have a much more sorted setup in case that happens. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we're getting into it immediately here. Of course, we have, I told you, we have the second Shulk player here playing that, you know, that Swordy coming out from Riot Rose, and Bowser coming out on the side of Sienna with, I believe, Rory.
Oh my God, and it's already off to a huge start. Oh, the side B, of course, doing it, and again, Bowser, he's Bowser, so he's got the meaty hits. And I think at this point, you know, we would be liking to see the Shulk, you know, taking advantage of the wide-ranging hitboxes. But again, we're just not seeing it again. Oh. A little bit of a start.
Coming out now. Manages to put on the pressure. The forward air. Sand Slash coming out. Gets the recovery. Rory is going to be able to get back onto the stage, though. Bowser's recovery, suspiciously good, right? I feel like Bowser's recovery is better than most people, like, give it credit for. But not the greatest in the world, but still not a bad recovery overall. And actually gimps Riot Rose Andrew here off of the stage.
All right. Here we go again. Sienna. We might be having yet another Sienna carry here because, again, we saw Aiden come out with 7 points in game one, the only points that Sienna has so far. And Rory just might be doing the same if he can finish off this game one clean.
Yeah, I mean, being able to do that would put his team back in the lead by 2 points as well, and that's a good thing overall for them. Oh my goodness. Well played coming out from Andrew there. Really good pressure.
Oh. Huge pressure still from Rory. Smash Monado. Ooh, he tried to catch him on his way down with the side B, but this is a huge lead. Andrew, best case scenario for him is to take away potentially one more stock, but the side B, of course, will do it, and that's a huge one for Siena College as they already tie it up 9-9.
9-8. Oh no, it's 9-9, isn't it? No, you are 100% correct.
I've got the quick maps. Okay,
you know what? I am all over the place today. I'm gonna be honest with you, but yeah, no, 9-9. Now tying it up. So whatever comes down here is kind of interesting, right? Because if we see Andrew take the round, then we'll be going on to game 3 with Canisius having a lead by 1 to 3 points. And then whoever wins that set is going to be able to fully like commit themselves even more. However, if we see Rory win this next round, then Siena are once again going to take the lead with anywhere from 3 to 5 points. So it's beneficial here for, obviously, it's beneficial for Canisius to take the win. But if Canisius manages to even take one round, that is a massive cushion for coming into game number 4 or game number 5, the final game.
Right. And I mean, it's not exactly that game was, too lopsided in a sense in terms of, just technical skill, because we were seeing, a couple of really good things from Andrew. He kind of realized along the second or third stock that he really could just take advantage of Bowser's big body and the fact that, again, he just has a huge sword. And also, we were seeing small things like even Gimmer techs throughout the third stock. Again, you taking advantage of that large hitbox, essentially, acting as a big landing pad for that Shulk. But again, here we go. It's Battlefield. And this is a little bit weird for Bowser because Bowser does have a tough time landing on Battlefield. And of course, Shulk can take advantage of these platforms. Again, of course, using those up airs, using those nairs, covering those lower platforms with up tilt.
And again, those platforms just catching Rory out there. You saw him try to get the short hop into the down air and just couldn't find the connection because he connected immediately with the platform and it set him up there, doing absolutely nothing but got himself punished. Good jabs coming out, going to use the fire to actually catch him out on jump. Good read that he wasn't actually going to connect with the ledge there. I think that was a bit of an accident, but good parry. Online parry is always fun to see. Good forward air counter coming out from Rory. Good timing here. Percentage-wise, it looks pretty even, but what people need to remember is Bowser's a much heavier character, so he naturally has, like, an extra, what would you say, like 20% on Shulk?
Yeah, but I don't really think that matters whatsoever. When we're talking about heavy characters, especially Bowser in this sort of scenario, small percent advantages like that don't exactly matter. And we're seeing that here now. I mean, Bowser did end up going down. Great gimp again from the Shulk. But this is just a tough scenario overall. 167 up in F tilt will do it.
Yeah, I mean, and that manages to find it 2 stocks overall. 24% extra credit. Not massive, but hey, every little helps, right?
Absolutely. Tried to cover with a neutral B, even landing on a nair, trying to cover the shield, and still lots of pressure coming in here from Rory. This is stellar. Even the trade for him. And opportunity for an F smash, but he misses.
Yeah, trying to go for it again. We actually saw Andrew adjusting a little bit, playing a bit further back and not committing for the ledge as soon as that he got the second sand slash off because he knew exactly what Rory was going to go for. Oh my goodness, if Rory had just waited there, he would have got a stock.
I think the drift would have helped him out there, but yes, there was an opportunity there for just a straight up gimp, but it doesn't even matter. Rory still firmly in the driver's seat and even using that dreaded up B out of shield.